I'm Dara Halliday with Abiding Truth Ministry. I've written the Practical Proverbs for the older student. We're going to be covering lessons 61 through 63 today, so it'll be 3 lessons. And so you won't have an introduction for the next 2 because they're just a continuation of this lesson. We're starting a unit on our words. The most important thing that we need to realize is that out of the heart, the mouth speaks. We see that in Psalms 19:14. Let the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart. You see that they're connected there. We also see this over in Matthew 12:34, where it says, for the mouth speaks out of that which fills the heart. So if the words out of your mouth are cynical or angry or lying or cursing, then that's where your heart is at. And so in order to change our words, we have to change our heart. We need to look at our heart and see if we're following Jesus Christ. We've talked about this verse before, but it's in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit. God has given us a wonderful gift, and that's the gift of language. But he also says that he's going to hold us accountable for the words that come out of our mouth. And so we need to look at every word, take every thought captive, look at every word that comes out, and make sure that it's glorifying to God. And that doesn't mean that every word is positive. It doesn't mean that every word is cheerful and joyful. So Jesus turned over the tables in the temple. He told some of the Pharisees that they were like whitewashed tombs. These were not kind words. God is a good and loving God, but he's a truthful God as well. But our words need to be uplifting, not tearing down one another. But our words are a mirror of our heart. And so for the next 3 days, you're going to be filling out some charts. There's just a little bit today and then a little bit on each of the next 2 days, looking at a bucket load of Proverbs and what they say about our mouth. Now you'll see here as I filled out this chart that not every verse tells us about the righteous man's mouth and the foolish man's mouth. So there'll be some blanks in here as well. So you have to decide, is this about the righteous man, about the foolish man, about both? And then at the bottom of your page, I'd like you to go ahead and write out what sins of the mouth were covered in that day's verses. So just on your own, write sins of the mouth and write down the things that were covered in that day's verses. And then on the next time that we get together, which will be for lesson 64, we're going to look a little bit at James chapter 3, I think it is, and you're going to get to write a paper about the words of your mouth. So really take time and pray through and look through these verses as you're going through them and ask God, show me my heart. Be aware of the words that are coming out of your mouth, to your mom, to your dad, to your siblings, to God, to friends, and make sure that they line up with the Word of God. Begin that now, and I will get back with you for lesson 64. Thank you so much.